Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Viewer, and this is Battlestar Galactica on Tabletop Simulator. So, oddly enough, we got the rare drop here, and everyone is actually not a Cylon, even after the sleeper phase. So, really, it's just us versus the board, which is still going to be a challenge in itself, but at least we don't have to worry about anyone stabbing us suddenly in the back. So, we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be pretty safe because it's me playing it, and I at least know enough about the game to hold my own. It's D's turn, and we'll go ahead and we need to draw one leadership, three tactics. Yeah, I mean the fact they haven't used any of their once per games, it's gonna be pretty solid. I might do another playthrough of 3-player and hope that I get a Cylon this time, the next time. All right. Well, in any case, D is going to go ahead and she's going to go ahead and hop her way to communications, activate all the ships here, and start shuffling them. All right. She gets to look at all of them, so we'll go ahead and look at all of them. That's a 1 population, 1, 2, and 2 and a 1 and a morale. So yeah, those are the hefty ones there. All right. All right, that takes care of her turn. So yeah, unfortunately, with less players, you just have less opportunities to get stuff done. Unfortunately. All right, crisis. President chooses roll a die on a 4 or less, -1 population, -1 food, or roll a die on 4 or less, lose two food. She'll pick the first option and then roll for it. We'll go ahead and play the strategic planning to add 2 to the result. As a 1 plus 2 is 3, so that is a loss of 1 population and 1 food. Yeah, these are the nasty cards, the ones that just literally... I mean, these ones are actually nicer. They at least give you a die roll. But usually it's like, oh, you gotta pick 2 bad things and lose resources no matter what. Alright, so yeah, we're losing resources pretty steadily. Oh, I forgot to do the minus fuel. I completely forgot that. So let's do that. So 6 fuel. Yeah. Yep, that's correct. Fuel-wise, we're doing pretty good. Anyway, Raiders activate. They will go towards the closest civvy ship, which is down here. And we do get a jump prep. Alright. Goes to Tom Zarek. Tom Zarek's going to go ahead and get himself to command. Oh, he needs to draw cards first. Let's do that. Draw cards. Do some card stuff. Do leadership. Alright, and 1 tactics. Okay. So yeah, he's going to go ahead and go down to command. He's going to go ahead and deploy a Viper Mark 7. Okay. And then he's going to shoot with that Viper Mark 7. And that is a miss. Okay. Also, I need to discard cards. Discard that card. Okay. Alright, now crisis. Admiral chooses. Oh yeah, these are the bad ones. -1 food, -1 morale, -1 population, -1 fuel. We'll do -1 population, -1 fuel. And then Battlestar deploys raiders. So there's 3 more on the field. Alright, goes to Tori Foster. We might need some help, Tori. Sooner than later. 1 leadership. And 1 tactics. Okay. Alright. Trying to see what I can do. Alright. I do have some evasive maneuvers available, so I'm going to go ahead and open with a critical situation. So I have 2 actions now. First action, I'm going to go ahead and play Popular Influence. So I get to draw 2 quorums. Okay, well, I don't want Resignation. That's going to well, I'll go ahead and take Resignation. I'll give Resignation to the President. And then I'm going to play Assign Chief of Staff. Keep this card and give this card to any other player. Alright, we'll go ahead and give this to, we'll give this to D. No, yeah, I'll give it to D. So D is now a Chief of Staff. Okay, and draw 2 politics as part of the quorum card, and then she gets to draw 2 from her skill set, any skill cards of her choice, essentially. She wants, she kind of wants more tactics, to be honest. Tell you what, yeah, she'll go ahead and draw another tactics. And another tactics. Okay. Activate in one of the following locations, even if it is damaged. Command, armory, weapons control, and communications. That actually is pretty helpful. Alright, so that was her move action critical situation thing. That resolves the Popular Influence. She has 1,000,000 cards to play with. Oh, speaking of 1,000,000 cards to play with, you need to discard cards. You need to discard a card. We'll discard that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, since turns cycle so quickly, and also some of these cards, Tori's like a monster if she's president as far as cards are concerned. Alright, so she has a regular action still left. I can get ourselves an Assault Raptor, which is something we might want to start playing around with, just to keep things out on the field. The other option is, I can't do XO, because I did Critical Situation. I can of course try to do Quorum Chamber. We can try to get some resources back. Draw 2 cards, do some of that. Alright. I think she might go ahead and do the, I think she's going to go ahead and activate the Quorum Chamber. Again, I know, she's got 1,000,000 cards. Unorthodox plan is a pretty good plan, though, because I can at least take out some raiders. You know what? No, we're going to do Raptor Specialist for our other action. So Raptor Specialist, I'm going to go ahead and destroy a Raptor, because I usually never scout, even though it's really good to do that. And we'll get ourselves an Assault Raptor. So now we have 2. And what we'll probably... you could do unmanned Assault Raptors, by the way. I did check that. Alright, and then it goes to Crisis. Current player chooses. I have to pick the first one, because it's Tori. This could get us to jump, essentially. So we will go ahead and do this. We're going to do Guts and Initiative. Reckless. Nothing gets added to the Destiny deck. Or from the Destiny deck, rather. Okay, so Reckless. It doesn't trigger. Alright, so we're good to go on that. This is blue, red, and purple, essentially. We're going to go ahead and start adding some shit here. We do want to pass this. If we fail it, we lose just 2 civvy ships. Okay, and just put all of these in here. Tom Zarek, these are not his colors. He does have a strategic planning, but that's about it. He's going to go ahead and hold on to the strategic planning. Tori does have some options. Not a lot of them. Actually, what is it, DC 14? Yeah, we're going to need all the help we can get. And Dee's not going to have time to scout for fuel anyway. She's going to go all in. How much did she put in here? She knows how much she put in here. 2, 4, 6, 9. So essentially, yes, if someone else chips in, it'll be enough. Tom will pass and go to Tori. Tori's going to go ahead and just pop some unorthodox plans into this and hope it's good enough. Along with a bait. Actually, a way we can do this is we can do this actually. Play Investigate Committee before cards are added to the skill check. All cards are played face up. So with this, we actually know what the total is. So with that in mind, we'll just search this. So I believe it's 9 right now. Yeah, that brings it up to 9. We need 14. Yeah, she's just going to have to put them both in. Okay, so yeah. There's not really any reason to... These will be resolved. So yeah, Investigate Committee is a way to see what the cards are face up. It used to do all cards, but the expansion changed the card into not the Destiny deck. And since you can do... It's not a Reckless card, it's not limited, so you can just do Guts and Initiative plus Investigate a Committee as a kind of a surefire combo. Alright, anyway. Let's go ahead and reveal everything. We have Iron Will, though we don't really needed it. We didn't need it. But yeah, it's more than enough. We already counted it up. And then install upgrades. If it's a success, it's 2 engineering cards. Otherwise, it's 1. So she gets 2 engineering cards, which is all really good. All right, and then 2 civvy ships are added to the back. That is a Centurion, not a civvy ship. All right. So let's just make sure we did this correctly. 2, 5, 8, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, it's a pass. Okay, it's a pass. Increase jump prep by 1. Raiders activate. These 3 are going to move down 1. Actually, what order do these things activate in? Okay. Okay, so yeah, Cylon ships are activated entire space areas at a time in the order of the current player's choice. And I'll just check Exodus to make sure that doesn't change. I don't think it has. Okay. Yeah, the only thing that changes in Exodus is situations where nothing's supposed to happen, instead stuff happens. Alright, so the 3 move down, and then I'll activate this section, which is going to be the 2 raiders there. It's going to shoot the Viper Mark 7. That is an 8. We're going to go ahead and play Evasive Maneuvers to force a reroll. That is a 4, it's a miss, and then 1 more. 7, we're going to go ahead and evasive maneuvers that. 7. Alright, that is a damaged, I believe. So much for that freaking ship. Yeah, it is, yeah, damaged. Alright, well, we're definitely losing a lot of ships. We do get a jump prep again from the result of the card crisis itself. Alright, and then it goes straight. We need to discard some cards. Provisional policy is fine. Political prowess is fine. Alright, we'll discard these 2 cards, bring ourselves back down to 10. And it goes to D's turn. D is low on cards, but she'll be okay. And 1 engineering. Okay. So yeah, what she'll do for her turn is she's just going to go ahead and activate communications and move everything over. So this one's an empty ship, and this one here is to population. Alright, all ships have been moved. Actually, do I want to do that? No, well, I've already looked at them, so I should have done an XO instead. That would have been smarter. Oh well, crisis. Boop. Airlock leak. Passes no effect. Fail is damaged Galactica, and the current player is sent to sickbay. Okay, not a big deal. Do anyone want to do reckless? Probably not. I think the group was fine with letting it happen, so let's do it. So yeah, we're just going to do this. Alright, 2 raiders get put in the front. And then, -1, so it's a fail. Damage Galactica, we're going to go ahead and do Pegasus. And then send current player to sickbay. And then heavy raiders will deploy, so 1 will deploy here. Alright, thankfully due to this Battlestar, it's actually ensuring that the Cylon fleet board is not going to maul us, at least not yet. Anyway, it goes to Tom Zarek. Tom Zarek's going to go ahead and draw his stuff. And 2 politics. Alright, so far so good. He does kind of want to destroy those base stars eventually. He's going to have to eventually. Alright, he's going to go ahead and activate command. And he's just going to activate both assault raptors. Like so. Okay. So we have 2 assault raptors. That'll hang out for a bit. Crisis card. Witch Hunt. It's a skill check. If we fail it, partial fails -1 morale, full fails -1 morale in sickbay. Okay. Play before cards are added to the skill check, blah 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 blah. Okay. Was it green and yellow? Also, it's Tom Zarek's turn. Alright, well, it goes Tori Foster first. And she's going to go ahead and put in some cards. She's got them to spare. Alright, so that's like 11. She's like, I could probably solo this. Alright, D goes next. D's not going to do anything. And Tom Zarek is... Actually, D will put a card in. She'll put in Quick Thinking. Alright. And we'll see what happens. +4. +6. +7. +4. +10. +13. This will add stuff to the Destiny deck. Quick Thinking will be able to remove it, so he'll just take it. And so it's definitely a pass, so no effect, nothing bad happens. This Heavy Raider is going to move down. And then the jump will happen. We auto jump. All this gets sent over. The Assault Raptors will stay out, which is good. And once again, 2 destination cards. Remote Planet. Lion's Head Nebula. This is 4 fuel, and we're at 5 right now. I mean, that is super helpful. I mean, it'll literally be a heck of a jump. But we don't have any... If we run out of fuel, it doesn't matter. One way or the other, it's going to take another jump, another 2 jumps anyway. So he's going to go Remote Planet. So -1 fuel, and we lose a Raptor. So we're down to 1 Raptor left. This goes on the bottom. It was tempting because, I mean, doing a speedy jump would definitely help. Alright, that's all resolved. I'll discard these 2 cards. The red tapes, which are pretty much always bad. Okay, and that's all resolved. Goes to Tori Foster. Tori Foster gets her 1 tactics, 1 leadership, and then a shit ton of politics. Okay. Alright, so she's got some options. We definitely need to take care of the civvy ships. We also need to get D out of there. So she's going to go ahead and exo D. D will go ahead and go to communications and escort some civvy ships off here. Okay, that takes care of that. Alright, and then Crisis. Alright, skill check. That's more morale stuff. Morale's doing okay for the moment. Okay, D goes first. She'll put 1 in. Tom Zarek's going to go ahead and throw some stuff in here. This is overkill, actually. Alright, and Tori's going to go ahead and she needs to put a card in anyway. But she doesn't actually need force their hand, so yeah, she's good to go. Alright, we're not going to worry about shuffling. Alright, -1, and then everything else is positive, so that's a total of 12. So that's a pass. Heavy Raiders activates, there's none on the board, so we're going to add 1 to 4, which is down here. We have to add a civvy ship, we'll add it to the back. Okay. And yeah, and jump prep. Yeah, it looks to be it's gonna be a pretty clean run, it looks like. But it's not over yet. To get rid of force their hand. Actually, place a base star in front of the Galactica would have been good too. Alright. Goes to D. D can draw her full hand because she's not in sickbay. Okay. Alright, and then 1 engineering. Alright. She's going to go ahead and exo Tori. And then Tori gets 2 actions. She's going to go ahead and do build nuke. Get ourselves another nuke, because we might need it. Give that to the Admiral. Then she's also going to do negotiation. Which that will stay in play. Place a base star in front of the Galactica and draw a politics card. Alright, let's check this out real quick. I believe this is due to a card effect, so this is going to be a little bit different. Alright. When a Cylon ship activation places Raider, blah blah blah. Okay, so those are fine. Okay, choose appropriate types of Cylon ships from among the ships that are on neither the game board nor the Cylon fleet board. Place them on the board, which we don't have any. After, if there's not enough, take ships of the appropriate type from Cylon space area, starting with the lowest numbered location, which is this one. Take ships of the appropriate type, and that's it. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Oh, it has to be placed in front. Alright, so yeah, so I take it, it's only of the appropriate type. Now, if it was due to like the Cylon activations from Mr. Crisis, it would have taken everything from that sector. But, well, it would have taken the highest number too, but that's okay. Anyway, do not launch or activate Cylon ships for the rest of the turn. Okay, so that resolves the XO. Then we do Crisis. President chooses -1 food, or President discards 2 cards, and then the current player discards 3 cards. She will discard cards. She is okay with that. She'll discard 2 skill cards. D has to discard 3. Okay. Nothing activates because of negotiation, and we get a jump prep. Alright. Not too shabby. Goes to Tom Zarek. Tom Zarek is going to draw his stuff. Alright. So he's got plenty of things to play around with. We do have a base star out in the field. We do need to like repair some shit eventually. But he's going to go ahead and just go XO on... yeah, Tom's going to go ahead and move to communications, XO, do it on either Tori or D. D can literally escort every ship off the board if we do that. Yeah, he'll do it on D. Now what D will do is activate command and escort 2 more ships off. Like so. And then next thing, she's actually going to go ahead and scout for fuel. And then Tom's Eric will play strategic planning to get +2 to the result. 3 + 2 is 5, so that is a pass. So 1 fuel. Okay. That's resolved. That's resolved. Crisis. Domestic dispute. Failure is -1 morale on sickbay, which seems to be the theme. It's kind of interesting how the crisis deck is like so huge that but we still get like a very consistent theme throughout the gameplay. Some games it's like all about the food and water shortages and so forth. Anyway, yellow and purple. Tori's just going to throw everything she has at it. Anastasia will go ahead and put quick thinking in. And Tom... will throw some shit as well. They'll just put 1 card in and see what happens. Alright, shuffle, shuffle. Alright, +4. +3. +8. +11. +15. +18. And we can get something back. He will take back one of the investigative committees. Alright, pass, no effect. Raiders will activate. There is a base star out, so 2 get added in. Okay. And that's resolved. We'll discard Force their hand. Alright. Goes on to Tori. Alright. What else can we do here? Alright. She's going to go ahead and activate Quorum Chamber. Draw a Quorum Chamber, or Quorum card. And then, where are we at? Alright. Let's see about getting, she's going to go ahead and do Unsavory Connections, so she needs to discard 2 random skill cards. She has some good ones, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, not too bad. Okay, and then she gets 2 Treachery. Alright, and then I can either get 1 food or 1 fuel. So we'll get a food. Fuel should be okay for now. Alright, and then she gets 2 cards of her choice. She'll grab some piloting. Someone has to. Okay. And then Crisis. Parent player chooses, she has to pick the first option. So it's going to be a skill check. Okay. D's not going to put anything in. Tom will. It is DC 9. Oh, we also need to add 2. Actually, make sure we shuffled. Now go. Alright, and Tori's going to put some cards in. She'll just put 1 in. Alright, let's see what happens. 4. 1. Back to 4. 7. 10. Oh, not bad. So 10, that is a success, and then we add 4 raiders to the front. We're actually running out of raiders. If there was a Cylon player, they would be having a field day right now. Okay. Speaking of, raiders do activate. They will rotate down this way. Okay. Goes to D. Okie dokie. What do we got here? Alright. She's going to go ahead and critical situation. And she's going to go ahead and activate her current location twice. She's just going to send out a Viper Mark 2 and then attack 3 times. Hit, hit, and hit. So 3 Vipers down, or Raiders down, sorry. And that's all resolved. Okay. Goes to Crisis. Current player chooses. If this is a pass, we'll get a jump prep. Or we can do the or we can risk the other stuff. She's going to go for the skill check. She's going to go ahead and do a Guts and Initiative. So we'll go ahead and do this. Nothing happens. Alright, so nothing, no Destiny cards. Yellow, purple, and blue. Alright, goes to Tom Zarek first. We do want to pass this. So we'll just, well, they can't see the card, so we'll just do that for now. Boop. And then you don't actually have any yellow. You don't actually have any of the colors, surprisingly. But D's got it. Maybe. Alright. Let's see what we got. 2, 5, 9, 11, 13, 16, and yeah, that's more than enough. So we get a jump prep right off the bat. Battlestar fire, so it's going to fire once. As a hit, we'll take it to the Pegasus. Soaks hits for us anyway. Alright. And then we get another jump prep, bringing us to there. Good stuff. Goes to Tom Zarek. The early game we had a lot of skill cards because a lot of it just didn't involve skills or skill checks at all. Now we are kind of working with what we got so far. And then one tactics. Boop. Okie dokie. We are at communications, but we don't really need to mess with anything. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and exo D. D will go ahead and start shooting the Vipers. Hit. Hit. Yeah, I'm just mousing over. It says 4, so that's definitely a hit. And hit. Alright, so I still have one more activation. Which I will go ahead and use to move one Assault Raptor to the back. Okay, that's all resolved. Goes to Crisis. Admiral chooses discard one nuke token. If you do not have any nuke tokens, you can't choose this, or -1 morale, and the Admiral discards 2 skill cards. He'll go ahead and discard a nuke. And then Heavy Raider will activate. There's one left to deploy. Alright, goes to Tori Foster. You can probably see what the trouble is at this point. And it's this right here. We're right now doing what we can to control the field here, but the other issue, like, we're actually running out of, the issue now is we're running out of stuff in the box itself. So eventually stuff is just going to get deployed anyway. No matter what, it doesn't matter what the pursuit track is. 1 green, 1 purple. Play before cards are added to the skill check. Okay, so that's a way to get a miracle token. Which we... everyone has a miracle token at this point. Okay. So, we got some options, as always. What we're going to do... kind of want to do popular influence again. You know what? Let's do popular influence again. Alright, so I'll play popular influence, draw 2 quorum cards. Okay. Okay, well, we'll give Encourage Mutiny to the President, and then we will play Authorization of Brutal Force. Destroy 3 Raiders, 1 Heavy Raider, or 1 Centurion. Then roll a die. We're going to destroy a Heavy Raider. So this Heavy Raider is now destroyed. Unfortunately, we can't do Major Victory because it's a Heavy Raider. It's not a Centurion yet. Then we need to roll a die, and on a 2 or less, lose 1 population. D will play Strategic Planning, so the chance that it can't happen now. It can't fail. So we don't lose any population. This gets discarded. She now gets 2 cards of her choice. She'll just take more piloting. Okay. And then that resolves. That's done. And yeah, good stuff. We'll do a crisis. Current player chooses. She has to pick the first option. And let's go ahead and get that skill check going. Yellow and green. Failure is -1 morale on discarding cards. It's not the end of the world. Okay, D goes first. She's got nothing. Or she doesn't really want to put anything in. Tom Zarek, though, on the other hand. He'll put some things in. We'll put political prowess in because we've got nothing better to do with it. Yeah, we'll do this. All right, Toy Foster. Some of that. All right. Shuffle, shuffle. Let's see what we get. +6. +11. +13. The Destiny deck has just been friendly. +10. Iron Will. +15. +16. So it's a pass. Nothing happens. Yeah, Destiny deck hasn't really done anything like hostile. It's just like a smooth run. Anyway, like, I mean, we're still losing resources and stuff. We lost like half our population, but still, it's pretty crazy. Anyway, there's a base star, so 2 raiders get deployed. And we do get a jump prep, which is an auto jump, which takes care of that. This goes back to reserves. These go over here, which is kind of a good thing, but not the best thing. And we do get some destination cards. Let's do this. Icy Moon. Or Cylon Refinery. We are currently at 6. So, best bet is to go for the 2 distance. Lose 1 fuel. The Admiral may risk 2 Vipers to roll a die on a 6 or higher, gain 2 fuel, otherwise damage 2 Vipers. Okay, so Icy Moon's going to go on the bottom. And, alright, so lose 1 fuel, so we're down to 4. And we can risk 2 Vipers. There's practically no reason to do so. Yeah, there's not really, we don't need it. So we're at 8, which means we just need to jump 1 more time. Alright. Okay, we're going to go ahead and call this a video. The next video might be pretty short. So, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Battlestar Galactica with 3 players by myself. See you guys next time.